Hello and welcome to the Blood Red channel. We've some massive breaking news regarding Liverpool FC and the intention to have used the government's furlough scheme. A statement from the chief executive, Peter Moore, has confirmed that the club are going to reverse their initial intention to use the scheme and in fact will find other means of continuing with their staff on the payroll in full. I'm Guy Clarke. Alongside me to react to this news is our Liverpool FC correspondent, Paul Gorst. And Gorsty, straight from the off, we spoke on Sunday on the agenda. We've spoken on Blood Red this afternoon about the decision. It was very, very unpopular indeed. And it seems as a club of senses.
Yeah, it was the right decision, no question about that. As we've already mentioned, Guy, this is the third time you've spoken about this particular topic now since yesterday. And I always like to reiterate that the non-playing staff, around about 200 non-playing staff, were still going to be paid their 100% wages for this period, where they're essentially not working. So it would have been 80% coming from the government, with Liverpool topping up the additional 20. So there was no kind of suggestion that workers were going to be adversely affected by Liverpool's initial plans. I think it is right and correct to kind of point that out, but that doesn't really make it a correct decision morally, if you like. They were accused of being a bit exploitative of the system, of taking advantage of a hastily thrown together system that was designed to help out smaller businesses who have essentially lost staff or could lose staff because of this decision. You know, you think of bar work at the moment where everywhere's shut, so there's literally no way of paying that staff because there's no income coming in. That's why the furlough scheme was designed. So for Premier League clubs to be kind of getting involved in it wasn't right. I think of the money that most of them are able to boast. Liverpool posted a pre-tax profit of 42 million less than 6 weeks ago, 533 million for the yearly turnover. So this is a club that's not in need of an injection of cash, particularly for the lowest paid set of workers, which will be, in the restaurants and the museums and other areas of the club that, as we say, is non-playing. So it's the right decision, no question about that. It's been pretty fraught at Melwood or Anfield rather over the weekend, judging from Peter Moore's statements, but they've reached the right decision in the end. And another example of FSG listening to public outcry and listening to the supporters and showing that they do listen and they can backtrack on moves that are proven to be unpopular.
Yeah, I suppose that is the key thing, actually. FSG listening to the audience, to the fan base, to the people that really matter, and going back on their decision. As you say, the news confirmed then through a statement from the chief executive, Peter Moore. And midway through the statement, I'll just read a little bit of it now. It says, "We believe we came to the wrong conclusion last week to announce that we intend to apply for the coronavirus retention scheme and furlough staff due to the suspension of Premier League football calendar, and are truly sorry for that. Our intentions were and still are to ensure the entire workforce is given as much protection as possible for redundancy and or the loss of earnings during this unprecedented period. We are therefore committed to finding alternative ways to operate while there are no football matches being played, and that ensures we are not applying for the government's relief scheme." So as clear as day there, and as you say, Gorsty, really just highlighting the need that Liverpool now will look to live off their own means as opposed to relying on the government, which certainly wasn't a popular choice anyway.
Yeah, so it's 200 non-playing staff. The government under this coronavirus job retention scheme pay up to £2,500 a month, which if you earn that, you're on a salary of around about 30k a year. I mean, I can only speculate, but I'd imagine that is below what, or that is above what, these non-playing staff generally earn. So Liverpool wouldn't exactly be saving a fortune. It's big money for certain clubs, further down the food chain. But Liverpool, as Champions League winners, as Premier League champion-elect, one of the absolute biggest clubs in the world, it's a drop in the ocean for them. So was it really worth risking that dent to the public image just to pay staff using the government's money? Obviously, they thought it was at the time, but thankfully they've listened to the outcry from influential figures. Let's face it, Didi Hamann, Jamie Carragher, they were both very critical of it on Twitter. Danny Murphy called it grotesque, former Liverpool midfielder. So it's good that they have been listening and reversed what was an unpopular decision. So yeah, I mean, they got to the right outcome in the end.
Yeah, and Peter finishing the statement saying that he would like to take the opportunity to thank those who have engaged in a productive fashion with the club, namely the Spirit of Shankly, the Mayor of Liverpool, Joe Anderson, the Metro Mayor, Steve Rotherham, and local MPs. So it just shows really the power of the fan base in Liverpool coming together behind this issue, and good to see the club actually making a very hasty and quick decision to reverse what initially was an unpopular call. Well, that's it here from us on Blood. Of course, you keep up to date with all the going-ons in terms of this story and many more over on the Liverpool Echo website. Until next time, though, bye for now.